Hello, everyone, and welcome to the final round of the 2025 RPES 360 Sprint Car Series season. We're here for night 4 of 5 for the RPES World Championships presented by Two Fat Guys Sim Racing Promotions. This is John Klimowitz Jr. on the racetrack in car 34. Currently, Joseph Grandy has the fastest time in qualifying, the 13.030. Current track record was set on February 26th of 2024 by Sean Stevens, who was a 12.952. So they still got about 800ths of a second. They hope to break that track record this evening. I watched the 91 of Matt Grimm. We have not seen him in competition, I believe, since the triple 20s back in September at the Lernerville Speedway. Matt Grimm just went to the 5th spot. See, they're just 15/100. Oh, now Richie Gaines sets a whole new mark, getting awfully close to that track record. Before that, the top couple cars were all right on top of each other, only about 200ths of a second separating one another. We had 38 cars signed in for competition, as Brody Duscher just went on his qualifying lap. He went to the 17th position with a 13.137. The only car is not taking the time is the 66 of Jason Haynes, and he is not gridded up in the pit area yet, so he will not be taking a time in qualifying. So the first time in a while, we do not set a brand new track record. Richie Gaines, though, fastest time with a 12.991. So our longest standing, actually second longest standing track record that we have with the series will remain unbeaten. Now we'll head into right rear racing heat race number 1. Starting on the pole will be your 2025 360 Sprint Car Series champion, the 1 of Mason Hannigan. And alongside the 91 of Matt Grimm, a 3-time winner with the 360 Sprint Car Series. Joseph Grandy, he's shown quite a bit of speed, had a career best finish last time out in the 5:18. He goes 3rd. And your TJ Visuals fast qualifier tonight, the 011 of Richie Gaines. Brody Duscher in the 9 will go from 5th. 6th, Ty Williams, a driver we have not seen in quite some time. Starting 7th, we the Slide Job Syndicate entry of the 47 of Matt Hinkle. And going 8th will be the 14 of Derek Pettetti. 9th will be the 096 of Devin Eaker. And then rounding out the field will be the 10 of Hunter McDougall. That was your starting lineup for right rear racing heat race number 1. Obviously in this one, 2 very heavy hitters on the front row. We have a 4-car invert on these events. Is the top 10 in points. I mean, not top 10 in qualifying receive points. And then we have a 4-car invert for the heat races, which also deal out some points. The top 10 in qualifying get points 10, 9, 8, 7, and so on. So sort of like the NASCAR stage points, for example. And that makes it's not as enticing to sandbag. And then the heat races, it's 20, 18, 16, and so on. All 10 cars have gridded up for this one. Top 4 will advance to tonight's RPES World Championships by Two Fat Guys Sim Racing Promotions A Main. Third Party Gaming, green flag is out as Mason Hannigan leads the field down the back straight with Matt Grimm and Richie Gaines hot on their tail. Richie Gaines going to send it to the inside of Grimm. Grimm goes way after the cushion. loses some ground. I thought maybe Grimm was going to get a run back at him, but he's not able to do so. That allows Joseph Grandy now to capitalize on that. He'll go to the third spot. Ty Williams and Grimm make slight contact. Williams gets contact there by 𝐑𝐏𝐄𝐒 as well. Williams going for a transfer spot. Now Grimm's going to solely have that spot in the 91. 𝐑𝐏𝐄𝐒 now into the wall, almost gets into the 47, and Matt Grimm as well. Grimm now going to slide, not Grimm, Hinkle in the 47 there, going to slide through, not able to have enough momentum. 𝐑𝐏𝐄𝐒 there, high momentum on the top side. He works his way into the first car out of the transfer spots. So Grimm runs in the final transfer spot. Third is Grandy, second Gaines, and then your race leader right now, Mason Hannigan, as we have 3 laps left in this one. Gaines very, very sporty tonight in that 11 car. Obviously setting fast time, and he's setting his sights on a race win as well. Brody 𝐑𝐏𝐄𝐒, still 2 laps left. He is trying to reel in that 91 of Matt Grimm. 𝐑𝐏𝐄𝐒 may have a shot here. He may try a bonsai move here in 3 and 4. No, he's going to keep it to the high side as Grimm goes down low to protect. Grimm will have the final transfer spot. So Hannigan, Gaines, Grandy, and Grimm, they're your transfers into tonight's main event. The rest of them will have to go through the 618 engraving and design B main later on tonight. We'll have 2 of them, as we'll take the top 3 out of each of those B mains later this evening. Those cars will be 𝐑𝐏𝐄𝐒, Hinkle, Williams, Patetti, Eaker, and McDougall. Now we'll head into 𝐾𝐒 cinematography, heat race number 2. The 412 of Joseph Trostowski will go from the pole. Then your 5th place finisher last night in the big block modifieds, the 79 of Dean Reynolds. And 3rd, the all-time winningest driver in the 360 Sprint Car Series, and your 2025 360 Nationals champion, the 12 of Caden Berry. And alongside, Gavin Chatham in the 99. He was the Twisted Speed hard charger just a couple weeks ago at the Wheat Sport Speedway. Ernie Williams, if he could ever qualify, he might have a great shot at picking up his 2nd ever win. But he always misses the invert in that 091 car. John Klibowitz will start 6th there in the 34 car. 7th will be the 43 of Nick Larry, who currently sits 2nd in points heading tonight, so he's going to have some ground to make up. And the 8th will be the 83 of Greg Robinson. 9th, the 74 of William Ariel. 10th will be the 66 of Jason Haynes. Once again, all 10 cars have gridded up, and we'll get the one to go signal here, and we'll cut them loose to the third-party gaming green flag next time around. The top 10 in the final standings will receive some bonus money here at the night's end. $150 and a championship trophy. We already know that's going to be going to Mason Hannigan, as he's already locked up the championship after scoring 9 wins in 15 races this year. That'll be $100 and a trophy for 2nd. 3rd will be $75 and a trophy. Then $60 for 4th and $50 for 5th, and so on. As now Joseph Trostowski gets a great jump, so does Caden Berry there, as we're off here in heat race number 2 by 𝐾𝐒 cinematography. Trostowski looks like he will lead lap 1 of 8. Caden Berry and Reynolds, they're 2nd and 3rd. Ernie Williams into a transfer spot. Now Caden Berry going to go for a slide job move there in 3 and 4. Trostowski comes back to him, but Caden Berry by a nose at the line. He'll lead lap 2. Trostowski goes back up the track. Berry crosses him back over. Another slide job incoming here in 3 and 4. Barrett way up the racetrack. Trostowski once again loses the lap there at the line. Trostowski slides up a little closer this time, but Berry comes right back at him. Another slide job. Just keep going back and forth between the 12 and the 412. Trostowski leads the lap at halfway. 4 down, 4 to go, and we still have a lot more racing left in this one. Barry got into the fence there, was not able to make a comeback down the back straight away. See Ernie Williams in the background has worked his way by the 79 of Dean Reynolds. We'll definitely want to keep our eye here on the top 4 battle. I see Ernie Williams running about as high as you can get on top of the cushion. He is running in all 4 in the fluff. He is now all over Caden Barry. Got to be careful though. If he tried to slide him, he might get too close. Now he's going to peek to the outside. Very close racing there. Caden Barry definitely has some company as we're on the last lap of this heat race. Trusowski looks like he is home free, barring a disaster. But Caden Barry is going to hold on for a second, and Ernie Williams will finish 3rd in the 091. 4th will be Dean Reynolds. Those are your transfer cars. Then your non-transfers will be John Klimowitz Jr., Gavin Chatham, Nick Larry, Greg Robinson, Jason Haynes, and William Ariel. Or Arel. I'm not 100% sure how to pronounce that, but it's got to be one of those two. Now we're going to head into Twisted Speed Heat Race number 3. Same deal, 8 laps. Top 4 will move on to tonight's main event. Rick Mayne in the 187 will go from pole, alongside driver that just signed up the nick time about 5 minutes ago, the 36 of Jesse Newsom. And Parker there in the 02 will start 3rd. 4th, your 3rd place driver in points currently, the 012 of Bowen Smith. Alex Zarinsky in the 23 will go from 5th. I believe he is not going to be able to start this heat race though, as he has a penalty from a prior event. Anthony Villagran will start in the 6th spot in the 22. 7th will be the 8 of Scott Thomason. 8th, Jacob Morris, who had a great run in the 305s a couple nights ago. And then the 07 of Michael Skirring will go from P9. So 8 of the 9 cars will be in this one. As like we said, the 23 will not be able to start this heat race due to a prior couple incidents over the last couple weeks. As we were talking about before though, top 10 in points receive money. So 6th place gets $40, and then it goes down 5 each position from there. So 10th place gets $20 as well. And then we have a couple other bonuses, like the most improved driver will receive a custom trophy. The driver that has the least amount of incidents will receive free entry into next year, and so will the Rookie of the Year. As Rick Mayne and Newsom will be leading us to the green flag here. So Mayne slides at the racetrack. Newsom coming with the whole head of steam there in the iRacing number 56 car. Or 36. Bowen Smith slides through as well. So Rick Mayne, just like that, goes from 1st to 3rd in 2 corners. So it's Newsom, Smith, Mayne, and Annis there in the 2 car. Villagran from his 6th place starting spot on the outside looking in at the moment. See Bowen Smith still all over your race leader. Reminder, he is just slightly behind Nick Larry heading into tonight. And Nick Larry finished 7th in his heat race. So now he's now going to go for a short slider here. Looking for it, but did not slide up. Gives the 36 some room on the outside. He'll go for a full send slider here in 3 and 4. He does lead the lap. Now Newsom's going to come right back at him there in the 36. He slides across. Bowen Smith, big diamond line off the corner. He will now take a commanding advantage through 3 and 4, and he holds the inside. He will lead the lap. 3 laps to go here. So it's Smith, Newsom, Mayne, and Parker there is up. Just as I say that, I almost jinxed him. Gets into the wall, backs it up. Now scurrying from the 9th starting spot. Now looking for a transfer spot now. 2 laps left in this one. Stirring now going to look to the inside there. He crosses him back over. Move him to the final transfer spot in 07. Parker going to try to diamond it back off. Trying to get back to him. He tries to slot him. Not enough. 07 shut the door on him there. Bowen Smith up front, though, is going to take the checker flag and Twisted Speed heat race number 3 over Jesse Newsom, Rick Main, and Michael Skirring. So Smith picks up some great points there, 20 points for him compared to just the 6 that Nick Larry was able to score in his heat race. The non-chances will be the 02 of Parker, then Jacob Morris there in the 41, 22 of Anthony Villagran, 8 of Scott Thomason, and then the 23 of Alec Zarinsky. Now we'll head into our 4th and final heat race of the night, which is brought to you by the Regal Promotions Esports Shop. If you need any merchandise like hoodies, posters, or t-shirts, we got it. Just join our Discord and check out what we got in there. But our heat race here, the grid will be this. David Baker, our lone Australian, in the 19. We'll start from the pole position. In the 72 of Chase Townstead. I believe this is his first time he's ever made a start with Regal Promotions Esports. Logan Trimmer, we saw him win last month at the Port Royal Speedway. He'll go from 3rd. Aiden Stoll will start 4th. 5th would be the 29 of Kevin Goodall, who had his 2nd straight podium run on Monday night with the 305 Sprint Car Series. Joseph Groom will start 6th in the 11 car. Ty Dickinson in the 67 goes from 7th. 8th will be the 2 of Jake Roya, and then rounding out the field, the 37 of Ethan Milwain. So Baker and Townstead will lead us to the third-party gaming green flag in heat race action for the final time this evening. Baker gets a massive jump over the rest of the field. Trimmer and Stoll come on through as well. I believe Townstead might have been caught sleeping there in the 72. As we get a quick and our first 618 engraving design caution flag of the evening. I think it was Ethan Milwain. At least that was the car that was mainly involved in this one. It looks like it starts here with the, can't tell who that, I think, maybe that's a 72. No. Looks like it's a 5 that was involved. That was the car that ends up getting turned here on the back straightaway. I'll try to get a far chase camera here to see if we can get a better view at it. Just 72 comes down. 29 I feel like was also coming up. It's kind of met there in the middle. Obviously, it's kind of tough to tell from the race car when the car's in front of you if you're going to actually touch them or not. And it just sends the 72 right into the tire. And Ethan Milwain just has nowhere to go. So tough break there for the 5 and the 37. Both of them look like they're out of contention here for the RPES Shop Heat Race number 4. iRacing Pace Truck pulls back in. And David Baker will lead us back to the green with 1 complete. David Baker is slowly on the top side of the line. Townstead, remember he had almost a terrible, abysmal start last time. Much better this time for him. Townstead now going to fall through here at 1 and 2. Trimmer is not going to do that. He tries to go almost 2 for 1. As Aiden Stoll off the pit lane, he is now running the fastest lap of the heat race. He is up to 5th already. Townstead, though, just slid through. He will now take the race lead. See if Trimmer is going to be able to follow suit to move into the 2nd spot. Oh, as Townstead gets into the wall, Baker has to make evasive action. Able to cut down off the racetrack, but that allows Logan Trimmer now to take the race lead. David Baker now in the 2nd spot, and Townstead in 3rd. So everyone just flip-flop spots except for David Baker. Multiple cars getting involved. Looks like maybe Kevin Goodall had some front end damage there when he made some contact. No caution thrown by iRacing though. So we stay green. Logan Trimmer leads. Now David Baker here and Townsend continue their war for the second spot. Then fourth there, see Aiden Stoll in the other 72 car. So we got two 72 cars on the speedway, and they are both battling to be in the transfer spot. So we got Groom and Stoll trying to do battle here on the final lap. Who's it going to be, the 11 or the 72? Groom goes down low to protect. Who's going to get there first? Joseph Groom will take the transfer spot. Great recovery job by Aiden, but just not enough to be able to make it through. He'll have to go start in the front of one of two 618 engraving and design B mains. Your final results there in the fourth heat race. Logan Trimmer picks up the win. David Baker finishes second. Townsend in third. Groom fourth. Your non-transfers, Stoll, Roya, Dickinson, Goodall, and Milwane. Now we'll head into what iRacing likes to call the C main, but in reality, it is B main number 1. Brody Duscher will go from the pole in the 9 car. Parker Anus there in the 02 will go from the second spot. 47, Matt Hinkle goes third. Fourth, Jacob Morris in the 41. Fifth, be Ty Williams. Sixth, Anthony Villagren. Seventh, Derek Pettetti in the 14. Starting eighth will be the Scott Thomason. 096, Devin Eaker goes 9th. 10th, Alex Zarinsky in the 23. And the 10 of Hunter McDougall will go 11th. It's like everyone but Scott Thomason and Hunter McDougall have made the call, so it'll be 9 cars battling for 3 spots in tonight's big dance. A few sponsors did not get to mention earlier in the night. The drivers' meeting, as always, is brought to you by Admin Box. Third-party gaming is always our green flag and the Rookie of the Year sponsor. As we spoke earlier, the Rookie of the Year will receive free entry in the 360 Sprint Car Series in 2026. And along with the third heat race, Twisted Speed offers a free setup pack for the hard charger in each of our 360 Sprint Car Series events. As Brody Duscher fires off, and we're away to the third-party gaming green flag. See Matt Hinkle there in the 47. He gets a great start. Almost has the 02 of Parker, but not enough. He will try to send it through here in 3 and 4 once again. Parker, enough momentum. He will take the second spot at the line. Still 9 laps left in this one, but it's Duscher, Parker, and Matt Hinkle there in the top 3 spots. Those are your transfer spots. Fourth, Ty Williams on the outside looking in. And Alex Zarinsky already working his way up from starting at the back of this one after not being able to start his heat race. And Jacob Morris there is in the beautiful number 41 car on the inside. So you see this 3-way battle for the 4th spot. It's allowing that top 3 spots to get away as Williams makes slight contact with Zarinsky. So I've got the 14, Derek Pettetti, working his way into the battle. He may just fly by all of them. Pettetti thought about a slide job, not enough room though, as Williams powers his way back to the outside. Pettetti's going to slide his way up. We've got California versus Michigan here in this heat race. Williams slides his way almost to the drag strip as Pettetti comes right back at him. These guys are battling for the 4th spot like it's for the win. As Pettetti is now into the wall there after running into the back of the 23. Now it's a 2-horse race here for the 4th spot. Remember, this spot it doesn't even have anything to do with making the race. This is happening about a second and a half behind your third and final transfer spot. But Zarinsky is giving it all he has to get back to Ty Williams. as we are now 2 laps left in this B main number 1. Zyrinski in the 23, he slides through. Will Williams come back at him? Yes, he does. They're side by side at the line once again. Williams slides back up. Zyrinski back down to the inside. This battle for this 4th spot has been insane in this race. Williams slides through, makes contact. Williams will have it at the line. Once again, that wasn't even for a transfer spot. Just great racing. Of course, we're gonna have some extracurriculars afterwards. It's what happens. It's part of iRacing. Brody Duscher though picks up the win in the 618 engraving and design B main number 1. Matt Hinkle finishes second, and Parker Anus, they will be your top 3 transfers in tonight's main event. The rest will have to try again in 2026. Ty Williams, Alex Zyrinski, Anthony Villagren, Derek Bettetti, Jacob Morris, Devin Eaker, Scott Thomason, and Hunter McDougall. Now we'll head into our second and final B main of the season. 34, John Klimowitz Jr. will go from the pole. Alongside will be the 5 of Aiden Stoll. And third will be the 99 of Gavin Chatham. Fourth, the 2 of Jake Roya. Fifth, the 43 of Nick Larry. Sixth will be the 67 of Ty Dickinson. Going seventh will be the 83 of Greg Robinson. Eighth, the 29 of Kevin Goodall. Ninth, the 66 of Jason Haynes. 37 of Ethan Milwain will roll off 10th. And then rounding out the field will be the 74 of William Ariel. Once again, top will be 10 laps. Top 3 will move on to tonight's A main. So a few extra sponsors we've not got to mention yet. Pit Road is brought to you by Dirt Series Promotions. Make sure to check out a lot of their events. I know they have the Dirt Series Nationals coming up in December, I believe December 18th. Big Dirt Pro late model event. I believe at least the top 10 get paid out in that event as well. The last lap pass bonus is always by F&D Awareness. $5 to a driver if they can win a race on the last lap. As John Klimowitz fires off to Third Party Gaming green flag once again. Klimowitz leads him down into 3 and 4. Stoll, after looking very sporty in his heat race, takes the lead here early on in lap 1. Gavin Chatham about takes both of them as he diamonded it off the corner there and was able to get a great run. Nick Larry, remember, he is second in points right now in a very tight battle with Bowen Smith, who's already locked into the race. So he desperately needs to put himself in the top 3 in this second B main. But Stoll, Chatham, and Klimowitz currently occupy those 3 and crucial spots. Stoll and Chatham looking very good on the top side. As I say that, Chatham sends himself down. Larry, big time slide job. He slides across the nose of Klimowitz. Comes back to him. He's going to try to diamond it back down the corner. Runs the inside line. Klimowitz, not enough traction up there. 43 of Larry just took him to school there in 1 and 2. As it looks like we're putting the 29 of Kevin Goodall a lap down. Not sure if he missed the start or what happened there. But this is allowing some pretty good action here as now Gavin Chatham allows him to take the race lead. Lap traffic in B mains don't really happen a lot, especially 10 lap B mains. Number 3 wide with the lap car in the middle. Will Gavin Chatham have it at the line? Nope. Aiden Stoll going to have it at the line with the momentum off the top side. We're going to see what this battle up front is going to do. As these top 3 though have considerably worked their way away from the rest of the field. So unless some catastrophe happens, these should be your top 3 transfer cars. Aiden Stoll will take it to the white flag here. 1 lap to go here in the second 618 engraving and design B main. Gavin Chatham still running in a second spot, and Nick Larry runs a close third. Hayden still has pulled away here in the closing laps, and he will take the checkered flag first. So your final 3 transfer cars of the 2025 season be Aiden Stoll, Gavin Chatham, and Nick Larry. John Clemens Jr., Jake Roya, Greg Robinson, Ethan Milwane, Jason Haynes, William Elrell, Kevin Goodall, and Ty Dickinson will be your non-transfers this evening. Now, just 5 minutes of the Full Throttle Motorsports warm-up session is all that separates us between the final 30 laps of 360 Sprint Car Series season. We still have one more event here in 2025 for Reigel Promotions Esports as a whole, and that will be tomorrow night at 8:30 p.m. Eastern. We'll be live right here with race 97 of the year for us as the NASCAR trucks will take to the track right across the street here, the Charlotte Motor Speedway. That event is free to enter, so if anyone's interested, you're more than welcome to join. And other than that, we'll have our season award show on Sunday, December 7th at 7 p.m. Eastern. We'll talk to a lot of our champions and our award winners throughout the year and go over what's to come here in 2026. Benjamin Wirt and I will be on race control for the return of Dirt Car Esports here in a couple weeks as well. December 9th through the 11th will be the Bank City 40. Which will be $500 to win for the 360 Sprint Cars. It'll be $25 just to make the main event. So even if you finish last, you're going to get at least $25. And registration is open now, just $20 to join. Have up to 120 drivers can enter the event. And then also our first thing that we'll do in 2026 will be our expansion to Rocket League. We'll be doing a 3v3 league with we'll have 3 different tiers based on your skill level. That way, even if you're terrible, you still have people at least that are equally as terrible like me to play against. And then we'll have the playoffs, all the playoff games for that Rocket League season will be live on the Third Party Gaming YouTube channel. And of course, that is all free entry. And registration is open for our iRacing series in 2026. It's going to be $60. That'll cover all 80 events that we plan to do in 2026. And it'll be $10 per series if you choose to do it that way. We'll run 10 different series, all running about at least a minimum of 6 races throughout the year. Of course, join our Discord if you want to find out more information on that. And before we head into tonight's main event, do a quick recap of where the standings looked before we head into tonight. Mason Hannigan had a 342-point lead already, so he already had it locked up after scoring 9 wins in just the 15 races we've done this far. And of course, he is going to be starting on the pole, I believe, of this A-main, if not close to it. And Nick Larry in the second spot. Of course, he's had his work cut out for him. He's going to be starting 22nd in this feature, while Bowen Smith is going to be up towards the front after winning his heat. They were separated by just 49 points, so definitely doable for Bowen Smith to be able to take away that second spot. Trevor Royer, who is once again not in competition tonight, but he was 609 points back from the lead. He had a pretty decent gap to Jimbo Rooney that is in 5th, so he may be able to still hold on to 4th. If not, he may fall back to 5th at the most. Michael Skirring is in the 6th spot. 6th through 10th, really, all really close to one another. Ty Dickinson was in 10th coming in tonight. Matt Hinkle was just 1 point ahead of him, and 16 points ahead of Hinkle was Jeremy Christensen. Now it is finally time to head into the final A main of the season, round 16 for the 2025 RPES 360 Sprint Car Series is upon us. Without further ado, here is your starting lineup for tonight's RPES World Championships by Two Fat Guys Sim Racing Promotions. On the pole will be the 1 and your 2025 champion, Mason Hannigan, and alongside will be the 412 of Joseph Trostowski. Going 3rd, currently sitting 3rd in the series standings, the 012 of Bowen Smith. Logan Trimmer, your Port Royal winner last month, will go from 4th in the 45. Richie Gaines, who's looked maybe faster than about anyone out there this evening, will go from 5th. 6th, your all-time winningest driver, the 12 of Caden Berry. Going for 7th will be the 36 of Jesse Newsom, who's having a great debut with the series. David Baker looking much better in the 19 after not making the show last week at Bristol. Joseph Grandy will go from 9th in the 518. 10th, maybe his best starting spot in quite some time, Ernie Williams in the 091. Going 11th will be the 187 of Rick Main. Chase Townstead will go 12th in the 72. 13th will be the 91 of Matt Grimm. 14th, Dean Reynolds in the 79. Michael Skirring will go 15th. 16th, Joseph Groom. 17th, Brody Duscher. 18th will be the 5 of Aiden Stool. 47 of Matt Hinkle goes 19th. 20th, Gavin Chatham. 21st, Parker Anus. And then rounding out the field, the 43 of Nick Larry. So now the field gets ready to assemble into the Victory Fuel 4-wide salute for the final time this season. They're starting to figure it out. I told Ty Dickinson earlier today that we need to make a tier list for what divisions are the best at doing the 4-wide salute. There's certain divisions that understand how to do it, like the 360s, and there's other ones that certainly struggle. Now the field will catch back up to the iRacing pace truck, and we should get the 1 to go signal when we get back to the line. Let us know who your pick is to round out the season on a high note. Lights are out on the iRacing pace truck, so we'll come to the green flag when they get to turn number 3 and 4. The leader with Regal Promotions Esports events always has the choice of when they want to fire past the midpoint of 3 and 4. They have any time between the midpoint and when the green lights come on. That's what they have to choose to go. Green flag is out for the final time. Trostowski, maybe one of his better starting spots ever for the 360 Sprint Car Series. As Hannigan running the inside, a lot of the drivers going to the inside speedway here early in the early goings. Trimmer, the lone car, working the top shelf. As he works to the outside of the 45, he's looking to go back by him. See if he has something that no one else seems to know about up in the top 10 as he tries to work his way through. Makes contact with Trostowski. I can't believe they kept it all going there for a second. We may be able to keep it green. Oh, I spoke too soon. So we almost stayed green there. I was going to be proud of the drivers if they did that. Obviously, we saw how it started with 45 trying to put his nose there on the outside, really, but kind of seems like everyone else kept it going, but just everyone was stacked up. So we decided to throw the 618 engraving and design caution flag. Mason Hagen, though, has led the first 3 circuits. Still 27 laps left when we get back to the third-party gaming green flag. Looks like Baker and a couple other cars are down the Dirt Series Promotions pit lane. I believe that's Aiden Stoll. Is it the black and pink car there sitting down the pit lane? Lights are out in the pace truck. We'll have a single file restart here, it looks like. As I don't know why iRacing loves to make the first restart single file, even if you do get a lap complete. Mason Hagen leads back. Green flag is out once again. Everyone heads down to the inside line. Seems like that is definitely the preferred line to have at the moment. Once again, Logan's Trimmer is the only driver up the top shelf. Gaines goes up trying to block there. Now he's going to take his hand at the top shelf. Gaines, as we've seen, he was obviously the TJ Visuals fast qualifier tonight. And he did everything but win his heat race against Mason Hannigan. So he's going to try to see if he can clear off the top and get some speed going up there as he's trying to bring Trimmer and a few other cars with him. He has now worked his way into the second spot as he just ran the fastest lap of the race. Now Barry slides through trying to get to there as we see Bowen Smith made some contact with some people back there. That may end up bringing a caution flag out, but it does not look like, once again, spoke too soon. We were going to stay green there for a second, but must have been too far gone. It looks like the 012 just blinked out there, if you can see that. As he was blinking out, at least for me, he was blinking. 36, all of a sudden, the 012 is just there. And I believe that's kind of what caused that incident. 012, I don't know if he knew the 36 was there on his screen either. And yeah, just tough break for Ernie Williams. Just as I was saying, he had a great starting spot tonight. All for naught after having the contact there. So we get our second 618 engraving and design caution flag of the evening. Definitely a tough break there for Bowen Smith as he's looking to fight for that second spot in the standings. He was running in the 7th spot. Now he'll have to be delegated to the back. Nick Larry is still running in 17th, so he could have gained substantial points as each position, other than the from first to second, it's 6 points, and from there on back, it's 4 points per position. So that's about 40 points that he could have gained, which is basically exactly what he would need to be able to to undo the margin that Nick Larry had on him before this event. Did get a couple laps in there, so we would now be back to a double file restart. We were seeing Nick Larry, I mean, not Nick Larry, Caden Berry come to life there in the 12 car. He's at least looked like he was starting to get off the low side of the speedway. We have not seen Mason Hannigan, your race leader, get off the bottom yet. Obviously, Richie Gaines likes the top side. We're going to see how it turns out. Here's we're back under the way. Hannigan back out front in the 1X car. Logan Trimmer slides up. He's going to try to fall right in behind Nick Larry. Or not Nick Larry. He messed up the names tonight. Richie Gaines there on the top side. Barry and that low side continuing to pull away, though, as maybe the top side had just gotten a little bit too dirty during that caution flag cycle. So we get our third caution flag of the evening. It's like Matt Grimm and Aiden Stoll may have been the two cars involved in this one. See, Matt, they're kind of just an innocent bystander. It looks like those two cars just end up getting together. So the 9 just come up the racetrack. Not quite sure. I would assume he knew the 518 was there. Maybe he thought he had more room. That just set him up into the 91. 91 had nowhere to go. And yeah, Aiden Stoll once, and he's got to be one of the favorites for a hard luck award tonight. As he about the third time that he's ended up getting in an incident. Field was waiting for the iRacing pace truck there. The only driver that is not currently on the speedway is the 91 of Ernie Williams after that crash he had earlier on. Of course, your top two are no strangers to victory lane with the 360 Sprint Car Series. As Mason Hannigan is kind of taking Caden Berry's place on the series this season. He's picked up 9 wins in his 15 starts, and I believe he's only finished outside the top 5 once. Now, listen to this stat line here by Caden Berry all time, though. Caden Berry has 46 starts at the series, has 26 wins, 40 podiums, 42 top 5s, and 46 top 10s. So he has never finished outside the top 10 in a 360 Sprint Car Series event. Pretty incredible numbers there for the 12 car. As we get back underway here with 20 laps left. Hannigan, Berry, and Gaines still there, top 3. I would say, Trostowski and Trimmer get together once again. For the second time they come into blows. That'll probably bring out a 618 engraving design caution flag, and it does. Like maybe a similar incident to what happened before. Remember, these drivers do not have mirrors, so I mean, other than the sound, that is about all they can use to their advantage to know someone's coming. It's the second time that the 412s came at the racetrack and almost pinched out the 45. So another tough break there for the 45. He was not able to keep it going like he did last time. Now, Richie Gaines there in the 3rd spot. He does not have any wins with the 360 Sprint Car Series. He does have a 305 Sprint Car Series win to his credit, which ironically did happen here on November 18th of 2024 in the inaugural season of the 305 Sprint Car Series. So he has shown past success here at the dirt track at Charlotte. Joseph Trostowski has never picked up a win either with the series. He does have a podium, though. He had a third place run earlier this season. Then, of course, Jesse Newsom, this is his debut, and he is looking very good there running in P5. Mason Hannigan once again leads us back to the third-party gaming green flag. Richard Gaines, I believe he just got into the wall there just a little bit. Newsom making some headway here. He is now up to the 4th spot and looking for more. This track is kind of reminding me of the 360 Nationals a couple months ago. So now we see Mason Hannigan going to the top side. It's the first time I believe that he has left the bottom. Will that be the right move or not? Now Barry follows him through. He's going to do the same thing here in 3 and 4 this time. They continue to go to the low side here in 1 and 2, but they definitely think they found something on the top in 3 and 4. As Richie Gaines cuts off the air there on the 36 car. Newsom now all over him, though. He is making him work to keep that podium spot. Say, Jesse Newsom, very impressive tonight in that 36 machine. So he's now going to work past there in the 3rd spot. Will he be able to hold it off the corner? Gaines does slide it back down the hill, but Newsom has it. Move him to the podium spot. Just continue to watch this war rage on for the 3rd spot. Barry still falling in the tire tracks of Hannigan up front. Michael scurrying there in 07 after an abysmal effort in qualifying, has now worked his way into the top 5 in the 07 car as well, as he runs about a second back from this lead pack. Barry now, he's going to try the hard line up top. He's going to try a slide job here in 3 and 4. He slides through. You see Joseph Trostowski about to come lap traffic after being running into podium spots earlier on. So we get a 6:18 engraving and design caution flag just when we did not need it. It was just getting good. It looks like here Trimmer was just in the wall the whole way down the straightaway. Yeah, he was in the wall the majority of the straightaway there. And then 91's coming through for a slide job, and I don't know if this looks like there wasn't enough room or it was net code. Yeah, Grimm just not able to get leave enough space there, and ends up at the 45 into the fence. So another tough break for the 45, and obviously he is now out of fast repairs for the evening, so his 2025 season may be coming to a close. So once again, a tough break there for the 2025 Greg Hodnick Classic winner. What an upset it would be if the 36 of Jesse Newsom was able to overtake 2 of the ultimate stalwarts of this series to pick up his first win in his first start. Ten laps to go. Final double file restart of the season, as once we're under 10 laps to go, we'll be single file the rest of the evening. So Hannigan, Barry, Newsom, and Gaines, your top 4 as you go back underway. So we now see how the tides have turned. Now we're running the top side the whole way around the speedway. Obviously in the early goings you were running the bottom the whole way around. Now all of your top 5 drivers running similar lines. Chatham's just a little bit about a lane lower, but As your top 5. Now Brody Duscher from the B main, I believe, now working through it. He and Michael Skirring do battle for that 6th spot. Oh, as Nick Larry working his way in the top 10. Kind of precarious situation there. Main and Larry made contact, and that allowed Skirring. Now Skirring and Bowen Smith get into it there. That may bring out a caution flag, and it does. I believe this kind of all starts here, so I think this is the best place to start. See, as they're like 3 wide here. Bowen Smith kind of gets pinched out. Rick Main comes down the racetrack, and he's kind of forced up and into 07. He's obviously was trying to slow down, was not able to do so. And then here it looks like 07 cuts down the racetrack. 012 was already had his nose there, and that's kind of what ended up in that accident there. I don't think it was anything malicious, just sort of ended in a sour night for both of them. That was pretty good news for Nick Larry, as obviously he has been battling here in the points. And Bowen Smith now will be at the tail due to that incident and the damage that he sustained. So it would take something serious for Bowen Smith to be able to overtake him for the 2nd spot in the standings. Good news is they both get trophies. The only difference is a couple dollars in between. Still got 20 of the 22 original starters out on the speedway. As we look to finish this, 6 laps left when Hannigan gets to the line. Third Party Gaming green flag is back out. Hannigan messes up there, allows Barry now to pounce on him. Barry now will slide through in the 12 car. Will he lead the lap at the line? I believe Hannigan just barely had him at the line there by a whisker. Barry slides through. That was almost a perfect slide job there. Now we're even at down to the end and go into 3 and 4. Barry slides up and comes right back down the inside as they go another slide job attempt here in 1 and 2. 4 laps left as we get a 6:18 engraving in design caution flag. Does look like Hayden Barry will be your race leader here, as he did have the race lead there at the line. Looks like Brody Duscher just slides up, and then Rick Main was not able to stop in time, and that ended up in that caution there. 87 takes a ride there, and he flips down. Luckily, most of the drivers were able to miss him, but quite the tumble for the 187. So lucky break, whatever you want to call it. Hayden Barry is now your race leader there in the 12 car after taking the lead there at the line. We'll still have 3 laps left, so it's going to be a shootout here to see who can pick up the final race of the season. Mason Hannigan's going for his 10th win of the season. Hayden Barry's going for his 27th win all time. And of course, 3rd, 4th, 5th, they're all looking for their first ever win if they're able to get there. Your current top 10: Hayden Barry, Mason Hannigan, Richie Gaines, Jesse Newsom, Brody Duscher, Gavin Chatham, Nick Larry, Dean Reynolds, Joseph Grandy, and Matt Grimm, as it does look like Brody Duscher was given an EOL for that incident, as I do not see him in the top 10 anymore, so he must have had an EOL and been sent to the back. So 3 laps left in the season. Who is going to be victorious here at the dirt track at Charlotte? Hannigan pulls the trigger. He goes for a slide job. Barry able to cut it back underneath of him. He has the lead as they come to 2 laps to go here at the line. But we get another 6:18 engraving design caution flag. This race not ready to end yet. Oh, wonderful. We got some extracurriculars happening at the back of the field. Before we even go racing, that'll obviously end up in a pretty hefty suspension there for the 9 car. And I'm sure he will be done for the evening. Now we'll have 2 laps to go. Another 2-lap shootout. See it time and time again with these races. You only can hold them off for that many laps. Still the same top 5 as before. Richie Gaines now has worked his way back up past the 36 of Newsom, though. And we should get the 1 to go signal here at the line and finish this one out. All right, third-party gaming green flag coming out for what is hopefully the final time of the year. And he goes for another slider. Barry was not able to slow up in time that time. Big contact at the front of the field. I'll bring out another 6:18 engraving design caution flag. Just seems there, last time there was a little bit more time. That time just Barry was trying to shoot the gap. Just wasn't able to turn down in time. Too little, too late. So your 2 Goliaths at the front collide here. A couple cars involved. There's obviously Richie Gaines, I believe, and Jesse Newsom also there. So big shakeout at the front of the field. Gavin Chatham, who was running 5th before that, is now going to be your race leader. So huge turn of events. Gavin Chatham does have 1 career win, and it happened in 2024 in April at the Weed Sports Speedway, and he looked very good there a couple weeks ago when he raced in that event as well. This will be Gavin Chatham's first win of the year if he was able to hold on. Also, don't look now. Nick Larry running in the 2nd spot after starting in the 22nd starting position. And Dean Reynolds is running 3rd, which I believe would be his best all-time finish if he was able to do so. And Joseph Grandy runs 4th, and Matt Grimm is running in the 5th spot. So huge shake-up events there. As the iRacing Pace truck has its lights out, we'll come back to the third-party gaming green flag with a whole new facelift up front. We've never had to use it, but if we get there, we have 3 total attempts before the race ends under yellow. I don't even think we've ever even used 2 attempts. So let's hopefully we don't have to do that. Green flag is out. Gavin Chatham gets a great jump. No slide job attempts up there. Nick Larry runs in 2nd spot. Joseph Grandy now going to battle Dean Reynolds for the 3rd and final podium position. Matt Grimm goes down the inside. No cautions can stop this race now. As next, they just got to race to the checkered flag. Gavin Chatham will come off at turn 4, and he'll pick up his first win of 2025. Nick Larry finishes second. Dean Reynolds finishes third. We'll get word with those three just in a few moments. So a race that was dominated by Mason Hannigan. A lot of the event ends up in heartbreak as he was going for race win number 10. Ends up an amazing night for the 99 of Gavin Chatham. Last night we had Dean Reynolds photobomb the podium. Doesn't have to do that tonight because he's already in the podium. But Gavin Chatham picks up the win over Nick Larry, Dean Reynolds. Then fourth, Joseph Granding. Rounding out your top 5 was the 91 of Matt Grimm. Chase Townstead finishes 6th. 7th, Matt Hinkle. 8th, will be Parker. The 9th, Joseph Trustowski. Great comeback for him after being involved in 2 separate incidents at the very beginning. Obviously, Caden Barrett came back up to finish 10th after that incident there with 2 laps to go. 11th, Baker. Groom, Newsom, Hannigan, Gaines, Schuring, Main, Smith, Trimmer, and Stoll, your top 20. And 21st, Ernie Williams and Brody Duscher. So obviously, war of attrition tonight here at the dirt track at Charlotte. Now we'll see if any of our drivers here are in the broadcast waiting room ready to be interviewed. I see second and third place, but I do not see Gavin Chatham yet. Unlike most iRacing broadcasters, I like to interview the winner first because that just makes more sense. Still waiting on the 99 of Gavin Chatham. I guess we'll get a word with Dean Reynolds first since he is ready and available. Hey, Dean, how you doing?
Well, look what happened, Andrew. I finally made a podium.
You did. I said on the broadcast you didn't have to photobomb it because you're already in it.
Well, I had a good car. I mean, I took out all the gear. I went 486, and and I just ran the top. And actually, I think I might have had a shot at winning, but I had to keep on letting off for guys that kept on drifting up in front of you, and I got pinched in the wall a couple times. And but that's what happens when you live and die while you're running the top. But the top had that grip. It was rough, but it had a grip, and I said, you know what, I'm just gonna stay up here. And I'm glad I did. And we got lucky, got through everything, net coated through a few cars that were flipping, and we'll take the third. So, I closed my eyes and ducked and like, oh, I made it through and looked to see if my wing was still moving. It was. And I said, okay, we're all right. So, but congrats to Nick and Gavin. I mean, smart racers. They're 2 smart racers as well. And I tried to race smart in that race. And, I would have liked to seen to have a long green flag, though, because once I got rolling up top, I was really good up there. And, it was one of my better nights. But, hey, Andrew, I'll take the podium anyway in your race and against the caliber drivers in a big field like you had tonight. Qualified for the heat and then what we did, I'll take it.
Well, I'm obviously a heck of a job, Lee. This is your best career finish with the series. And is there anyone you want to thank?
Just got to thank the guys from Full Throttle Motorsports and especially Gavin Chatham. He's our sprint car guru. He helps us out with the sprints and with the setups and everything else. And but you know what? I ran a 2.5-year-old Speed Factory set that I just like, and it feels good here. And I ran that, so it works out well. And but I got to thank those guys, Andrew. I got to thank Reigel Esports for all you do. And we're going to come aboard as a sponsor next year, so I'm going to be proud of doing that. And then we got to thank our own company, and we got to say, hey, come join us in Dirt Car Esports. We got a big sprint car race December 9th through 11 that we're going to have a big part of it. So let's see everybody there.
Yep, I've been trying to pump it in the broadcast this week as much as I can. And we'll see you back here soon.
All right, man. You be good, Andrew. Thank you, man.
All right, that was your third place finisher, Dean Reynolds. Now we'll get a word with your race winner, Gavin Chatham. Hey, Gavin, how you doing?
Hey, Andrew, how's it going?
Well, sometimes it just helps to be lucky.
In this case, it really did. That was 100% luck there. Those guys in front of, I mean, we were all running pretty fast in the same lap times, and unfortunately, right there at the end, it was top seemed to be the line. I tried the bottom a couple times on a couple of on the restart before, and I think I got lucky. The caution came back out because I think Nick had got by me, but a quick caution gave me that spot back. But we weren't going to get around those guys running the top. We were all going to be nose to tail there at the end. Maybe the front two guys would have battled out, which they kind of did, and a little bit of mistake. And yeah, I'll be the first to tell you, sometimes you're good and sometimes you're lucky. And I'll definitely take lucky wins all the time because we've had our fair share of bad luck this season. But you got to push through it, and eventually it comes back around. And we definitely got a big lucky win tonight, and feels really good to end the season off on a high note. We're always seems like we're coming from the back and coming forward. So it's nice for little changes. It's nice to get up here and talk to you in the booth as well.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, that was just so top dominant. I mean, it's bottom dominant kind of early, and then it just all of a sudden like flipped a switch there in the middle, and then
Yeah, then everyone was on top. Yeah, no, that bottom was really good, and I was actually pretty excited for the feature when we were out there for hot laps or warm ups. That bottom felt really good. I'm like, okay, good. Some guys will go to the top, some will go to the bottom. It'll be a pretty racy track, be able to maneuver your way through there, and it was. You were able to. We definitely got a few lucky spots there as well. We missed some wrecks that were in the back. But the track was pretty racy early on, and then it just started migrating to the top, and then you really had to be up there. That the middle one and two kind of worked for a little bit as well. If you just glided it through the slick and you were able to kind of hammer it off the corner when you picked up the tack again, that was good for a while. But yeah, towards the end there, it just didn't work out. And I was really trying to maybe do something, but without that that luck right there, it definitely wouldn't have played out that way.
well, as always, appreciate you racing with us. It only took you 16 races, but you finally did it this season. You got to win.
It feels really good to be back in victory lane. I feel like it's been a really long time. I believe I won a weed sport race here a season
Yeah.
or 2 seasons ago. So uh, it's been a long time since victory lane. So it feels really awesome. No matter how it came, it definitely feels good to win. And Andrew, thank you for an awesome job this season. You and Ben and everybody for putting on a awesome league. It's always fun to come out and race with you guys.
I appreciate it, and we'll see you again in 2026.
That sounds good. I'm looking forward to it.
All right, now we're going to work with your second place finisher tonight, Nick Larry. Hey, Nick, how you doing?
Good, you?
Good. Obviously, ended the season great. Uh, on the podium quite a bit of different times. I mean, did you expect to be on the podium at the end of the night?
No, I mean, I really didn't. It was unfortunate to Caden and everyone up front. I really didn't think I was gonna finish on the podium, maybe top 5 at best, but I mean, it just fell into my hands, and you take what you can get.
Yeah, absolutely. It's kind of heartbreaking to see the top two get together like that, but it's just part of racing. Sometimes it happens. But nonetheless, definitely solidified and did what you had to do to keep that second spot in the final standings.
Yeah, I mean, I felt like I had a really good run. I was just really hoping to get out of that B main to really keep that second spot, but I guess we did.
Is there anyone you want to thank before I let you go?
Yeah, Cadenberry Motorsports, JS Sim Shots, Colburn Race Wraps for making this wrap, Viggy Construction, EW Littlefield, C&T Builders, Newport Glass, ANG, Trafton, Midmain, TCL, and 207 Sliders.
Well, as always, I appreciate you running this season, and we'll see you again in 2026.
Yep, thank you.
All right, that was your second place finisher tonight, Nick Larry. It's going to do it for the 360 Sprint Car Series here in 2025. Obviously, we have our Dirt Car Esports event here coming up on December 9th through the 11th. We appreciate everyone tuning in this season, and we hope to see you again when we get started back up in February.